Hello everyone and welcome to a Dragons of Tarkir limited draft. This is Matt and let's see how this goes. It's my second attempt at drafting this set. This pack looks fairly mediocre. Illusory Gains, I don't know if that's a good card or not. So it looks like Mind Control, which is a very good card. But it's whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, you attach to that creature. It's not a may ability, it's a must. Which makes me think that it's not that good of a card, and I feel like there's a chance that this Kieran is actually the best card in the pack. I could totally be wrong, but I think that's the case. Let's see. Channel Fireball, pick list. I can't imagine it's actually very good. Let's see what LSV gave it. That's normally a good way to go. Oh, never mind. We're just picking that because I ran out of time. Wow! I think I like Draconic Roar. I also quite like this and this. This card's okay. I think this is good. This is probably good. Whoa, that seems very good. And it seems build around me and fun with this. Interesting. This looks quite entertaining. Man, whenever another permanent you control is turned to face up, if it's a creature, put 2+1/+1 counters on it. So worst case scenario, it's a 4 mana 3/3. It can be a Megamorph that turns into a 5 mana 5/5. Draconic Roar, however, might be better. I know a lot of people don't like green in this format. It's kind of awkward with these two because I think both of these are supposed to be very good red cards. This isn't the best red common. I think that there's a debate between that burn spell and the 4/2 that if you have Formidable it gets First Strike being the best red commons. This seems sweet. You know how sometimes it's tempting to do something and you know it's bad? That's what we just did there. And fairly quickly punished, I think. That's interesting. That's a good card though. That's also a good card, so it looks like we should take the red card. Just immediately punished. Red and blue look the most open right now. Each creature you control can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. So I don't want a 4 mana 4/5 or a 3 mana removal spell. I think I'm going to take this 4/5. It's going to be awkward passing this. This seems like it's an okay card too. I don't really know. These both seem very good. But because I like attacking, I think I'm going to take this over the blue. But, you know, blue looks open with these, and red looks open. Green doesn't look open, black doesn't really look open, and white doesn't look open. Like, okay, what card? Okay card, okay card. Well, decent card. Probably the best out of these three, but I think these cards are better. I know Tail Slash is better. I don't know if this is better. But I know this is, so I'm going to take Tail Slash. Okay. Out of this pack, the best looking cards are probably, I think the Survivalist is just sweet, so I think I'm going to take it. Other than this, Forerunners looks like an okay card. This is decent. It can do some sweet things post combat, which is nice. Maneuver's okay. I don't think Tactician's very good, but it's, you know, a good filler card. I like Kindled Fury. I know a lot of people don't like it so much, but I don't know. It might just be remembering it from, what, that had to be Innistrad when it was a nice card. But I think I'm going to take this Survivalist. Seems good. Okay. Out of this pack, I don't know if this card is great in this format. This doesn't seem very good. I know this is okay. It looks like the red dried up a bit. Tormenting Voice is okay, but I think it's a little bit less good now that we don't have Delve for it to be super sweet with. White hasn't looked very open, but I also just don't think white's very good in this set. So I think it's one of these 3 cards. Maybe this. Spellfist is nice, but I don't think it's what we're looking like we want to be doing. Man, I really don't know. I'm going to pick the black card because I think I like black the most. But I don't think this is the best card in the pack. Okay, okay. These are cards. Okay card. Okay card. Not good card in my book. Okay card. Yeah, this draft is everywhere. I think I'm going to take this. I think it's between these two. I think this thing is like something that if I wield it, it might be a good card. There's also an argument for Somewhat Prowler, but I just don't like that double cost between these two. So I'm just going to take the one that costs less. It's less constricting in its cost. Okay, okay. So here, I think I'm going to take this Dragon Fodder. I think the Strider's okay. Artillerist, meh, it's a playable. Lore Master, I feel like these things always go around very late, so they must not be that good. And Dragon Fodder is just a fine filler-ish card. I don't like any of this very much. I guess I'll take Tormenting. Oh, Center Soul is the best card here. We're going to take Center Soul. Gives something protection and has flashback. Let's sort by color here so we can kind of see what's going on. Okay, good. I like this card. I think this card's also fine. I mean, it's a bear with upside that can do hasty things, but we're not enough in black to pick that over this. Where I think we're pretty likely to be in red. Wow, this on the wheel. Okay, so that's nice. That's a pretty good sign. I think this card's sweet. I've never got to play with it, so I don't have any, like, extreme backing for that. I'm going to take this in case I end up wanting to splash white for something like Dramoka itself. Gain control on tap, gains haste, can't be blocked except by 2 more creatures. That's kind of nice. I'm going to take a generic combat trick, though, over that. Because I feel like I just, generally limited, I don't like that kind of effect very much. I feel like I'm not... It's very hard to build a deck where that's good, or it's very unlikely, I should say, that you're building a deck where that's an effect you want. So I try to avoid it. Resupply. If you watch New Out the Nummy, he takes that card along with whatever that insane 7-mana rare is that's black. I don't think that's, necessarily good play, but it's pretty entertaining to watch him try to pull that off. And he's won with it too, so I could be wrong on that front. Let's open up something of value. Let's open up a Tarka, just... Okay. Pretty bad pack for us. That seems like a good card. This I know is a good card. These are all fine cards. I'm going to look up how much this costs quickly, because I know Anafenza's seems like a decent card. I don't know if she's that played and constructed. I don't think she was at the PT, but I like to check these things just to be sure. If not that, I'm probably going to take a Glade Watcher here, which is kind of sad, but if you watched our last draft video, you know I'm kind of a fan of the card. Our white is okay though, so I guess I'm gonna take the wrong pick. I'm gonna take this and hedge in case white ends up being super open this pack, and we pick that over green. Because if we get enough white this pack, like, our white cards are as good as our green cards with that Anafenza. Ooh, I don't know what this does, but it's a mythic, so I'm probably taking it. It's probably not the correct play. Roast is probably just better. Add 2 mana, any combination. I guess the important question here is it worth at least a ticket or 2? Because I don't have enough money to just pass those kind of things like some drafters. Roast and Rage seem like nice signs. It is worth 1 ticket. I'm going to have to take it. Some people have different cutoffs. For me, 1 ticket. And I mean, it's going to be a playable 3 mana 2/3 that ramps, which I'm fine with. But Roast and Sarkhan's Rage are both sick cards. And probably just better. I don't think that's good. I like this a lot. Like I've said, I like this card. This card's good. This one seems pretty good. When it's turned face up, target creature gains haste. Pretty nice. It's only 1 mana 1/1, but you megamorph it, so it's a 2/2, and it's giving something else haste. That looks okay. But I think I'm going to take this Efreet. I think I really like the Efreet. So let's not be hedging in white anymore. Sort by, convert a mana cost. There's another Tail Slash here, which I think is going to be the pick. Croteak, also a good card. Collected Company, I think, is a fun constructed card. But unless it has value, I'm going to be passing it. Ooh, it's worth 2 tickets. Sorry, guys. I'm taking it. Tail Slash is obviously the best pick again. We're just going to pass these sweet red cards for... Okay, Sarkhan's Rage. I would also like the Crotique here, but this one, Fire Fists, Fire Hands, whatever Kenji calls it. Good card. I've watched a couple of his drafts recently, so a little bit more familiar with the cards in the set than I was prior, but not as familiar as I could be. Let's just keep getting past like sweet burn spells. I'd rather not play this Kindled Fury, and I'd rather have some big green stuff in here to ramp into with this Shaman, which is why Crotiques would be very nice for this deck. 3 mana, 3/2. Another Sarkhan's Rage, I think, is going to be the pick here. This seems like a good card too, just 3 mana, 3/2 with other upside. But I think removal spells are just so key and limited that I'm going to prioritize that over another 3 mana creature. So I think there's enough 3 mana creatures between this and Favorite Forge to fill up a deck's 3 slot pretty easily. Even though we don't have Morph, I still feel like that spot gets jammed up fairly often. Because like right now, those can be morphed. So we already have a good amount of 3. Ooh, I like this card. This card seems sweet. I'm guessing just no one's in green-white. We could theoretically play it with the Monument, but I don't like it that much. Dragon Fodder is, I think, fine filler, but it looks like we're not going to be an exploit deck that really takes advantage of that. So I'd rather take just a fat creature. Shut upon, sure. Combat Tricks. I like Combat Tricks. As long as you control one. I have a disagreement with a friend as to whether this card is playable at all or not. I think it is in a nice blue-black control deck where you really don't have many creatures anyways. He disagrees, but it's still a card I want to build on at some point, even if it's not good, just because it's one of those cards. Hey, more 3 mana. Hey, more 3 mana. That doesn't seem good. Enchantments, 5 mana. Generally, you have to be pretty impressive to play them. Some of the Legion, for example, is a sweet card that I still love to this day. Play it in Commander. I don't know if that's... I think this would be okay if I was like some sort of weird blue-black Flyers deck, but I'm not. Let's just play all these 3-drops. YOLO, YOLO. Oh, look, another 3-drop. Or a 2-drop. We're going to play the 2-drop. Fun in a dash deck. We are not the dash deck. Looks like we'll be able to cut this Kindled Fury, which is pretty nice. Collected Company. Converted mana cost 3 or less. We might actually have a deck for that. We'll see. We'll do some maths at the end and see if it has like a decent chance of hitting 2 creatures, I might play it. But it probably won't. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a spell. Get down there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It has 9 hits so far, which isn't enough to play it, but we'll see. That's not a mythic. That's not a money card. Ooh, this pack is so... I feel like this is just a bad pack. Best cards in this pack. If you're in an aggro deck, Will Reaper's sweet. Surveyor's a fine card. Land, probably the best card in this pack. Jeskai Sage if you're doing some nice exploit stuff. I like it. More 3-drops, because, you know, we don't have enough. If our entire deck was just 3-drops, then look at how much better it would be. I think that's better just because power. Power. Ramp, more rampant than nothing. We don't really have anything else for us to consider in this pack. Hopefully we don't get cut too hard. Hopefully these packs that were opened are just generically bad. Mistfire Adept I like, but we're so far away from it that we can't touch it. Sweet card though. I don't know how good it is in this format, but I don't know the last one. I liked it. Hunt the Weak, I like. Hungry Yeti, if we will, it will probably play it as a 5-mana 4/4 just because we can get to 5 mana so easily with this deck already. Shamanic Revelation, our deck's not big enough for that, but who knows. Okay, still going downhill. White cards looking good. I mean, we passed good white that first pack, so it's not that surprising that we're seeing white cards now. We'll take another Hunt the Weak though. Okay, so out of this pack, Light Form probably the best card. I think the Shockmaw Dragon's going to be fine for us though. like I said, we already have a couple good ways to ramp. Where is it? This guy. I think we'll be able to get to this amount of mana perfectly fine. And it's definitely, if I'm going to play big creature, flyers aren't that hard to find in this format, but it seems like a decent one. Crucible, so I'm going to do the quick check if Crucible's worth anything. Because, oh no, this isn't the one that's worth anything. JK's. I was thinking of the one that literally says, get Ugin back from your graveyard on it. Because that's kind of insane for a card to say. But I wouldn't be surprised if that one was worth a ticket or two after its performance 2 weekends ago, but I guess it might be too late for 2 or something. Anyways, Ball Breaker's a nice card. None of these cards look very good to me. I'm going to take this in case we have something worth splashing black for, because I don't think I want to play a Ruin Mark for reasons of they're bad. I don't think I want to be returning things in my hand. I don't really have the value on Enter the Battlefield. Like, I can, sure, return one of these and then put another +1/+1 counter on something, but like, if I am able to be spending that much mana each turn, I'm winning. Let's just get past something sweet at the end. I don't want more 3-drops. I'm just going to keep hating these lands, I guess, because I'm not playing anything out of this pack. A 3-mana 3/2? No. This is probably what's getting cut right now. Maybe we get a super late, I don't know, card. Insert card name that plays black, or has black in the mana costs. It's unfortunate that neither of these were just green-black, or green-red. Because then it would have actually just been adding value to our deck and would have been sweet. But that's just how luck works. We might be playing 17 lands. I think we're going to play 18 here. So we'll have to figure out something to cut. Probably going to be a generic creature. Probably like, I don't know. I don't want to look through all those creatures and see what we're going to cut yet. That's for later in life. Ogre, sure, maybe there's some insane matchup where that comes into play. Odds of that happening are very, very low. Marty Ruin Mark, maybe there's an insane matchup where that comes into play. Yeti. What is this? Oh, no, that's bad. Probably side. You may cast as though it has flash. I don't know, we'll see what our curve looks like. I think we have enough things to be doing when we're unmorphing later in the game that we don't need that. Vigilance versus Death Touch. Get out of here, Death Touch. Bad cards versus bad cards. I don't know. I guess we just can't beat this card. We actually can't, but... Hey, nurturing. Maybe there's a world where that gets played. Too bad we didn't end up with... Oh wait, no, I did end up picking that weird thing. So that's good in our deck, I think. Maybe we want fruitless or formless nurturing. Maybe we're actually going to play that card. Do I think that it's a very good card? No, it's a 4-mana 3/3. Group creatures separately. Do it. Thank you. Okay, now time to make our curve look like it actually is going to. You're going to get megamorphed. I have to read these cards because I don't know which ones have Megamorph. So we're not going to play Collected Company. We only have 11 cards that it would hit. If it reveals 6, I'm not going to do like the actual math, so taking into account what you already have in hand. If you reveal 6 out of the top 6, and you have a 25% chance of one of them being converted mana cost 2 or less, that means you're going to hit 1.5 cards each time. In between the randomness of it, I don't think that's worth playing. I'll think about it again, but I'm pretty sure that that's not going to end up being something we want to play. We're definitely going to have to do some cutting here. This would be up here. This would be here. This would be here. Good amount of 3 drops. So we have to cut two things here. It's interesting. What do we cut? So I don't want to cut these rages or the hunt the weeks or the tail slash. Dragon fodder could be up on the cutting board. I'll put that over here, or it'll go over there and then I'll put it over here. Oh yeah, right, I have to do one by one, don't I? So that's up on the cutting board. Out of the 3 drops, we just have infinite morphs, the 2-4. 2-4 I like with hunt the week, I think. Just because it'll take out so much stuff and not care and possibly still attack afterwards. If we ever activate that formidable ability, I think we just deserve to win the game. Just, you know, throwing that out there because it's a fact. So we have to cut 2 things. Dragon fodder I think is definitely going to be cut. Formless nurturing, gore swine. Probably the other ones that we're going to consider. Someone took our 3/3s, which is kind of irritating. Because that card is sweet. So most of these are morphs, which is cute. Well, not most of them. Sorry, I have to right click to see what cards actually are, I think. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5. I already moved those over there. Oh, we only have 5. Man, there goes that cuteness. So, I think I'm going to keep this. Toss these. So my reasoning here, I guess this was also worth considering bringing in. 5 mana 4/4. So, well, one of the reasons why Gorswine got cut is that we have so many things to do on turn 3 that I don't think we're going to be like really wishing we had a 4/1 on turn 3, and it's not going to do that much in the late game because it'll just get blocked by anything. It's good if they're not making plays, but I mean, if they're not making plays, we can put pressure on them anyways. We have 2/1s, 2/2, and just infinite 2/2s to play on turn 3. Formless Nurturing is going to fit the curve a little bit better in that now we have a play to do on turn 4 that's not simply play a morph. And there's also, you know, the chance that we hit one of these guys, this guy, which sounds fun. There's a chance that the Yeti is better. 5 mana 4/4 that we will be able to cast with flash most of the time. Well, not even necessarily, I guess, because there's a good chance our green permanent is actually face down, so it's not regarded as a green permanent. I think that's right, though. I think Formless Nurturing over Yeti is the correct play. We have a decent removal package, which I like. Double Rage, Double Hunt, and a Tail Slash. We didn't get any epic confrontations, which I'm a fan of, but oh well. Yeah. Formless Nurturing just seems like a bad card, though. I mean, I think normally, if you're just looking at how each card would rank in my book, Gorswine is going to be above Formless Nurturing. But in this deck, I think I'd rather have a 4 mana 3/3 than a 3 mana 4/1, just because the 3/3 seems like it's more likely to be able to attack or block than the 4/1, which is probably, it'll trade up fine, but I don't know. It's not actually that impressive. Dramoka's Monument, not going to get played. There's a chance that draft we were supposed to be in like blue looked like there were decent cards, but I still don't know if what's good in blue, and I don't think I like it that much in this format. I could just, you know, be wrong, and because I think I've heard it like blue-black is one of the best decks to be in, but I just happen to not like it very much. White seems okay, but I think we drafted our seed okay. I can look back and watch it again. White-green seem open, but oh well. Red seemed open early on, but maybe it did get cut, because I mean, we didn't end up with anything that sweet in red. But I guess we'll find out. We're gonna run 18 lands here, just because in this format, I mean, there's so many things that we can be doing with our mana that I don't want to be stumbling. I generally prefer to have some sort of way to filter, but we didn't end up with any in this deck. We're not going to pull out the notepad to do some counting here, because it looks like it's going to be a fairly even split. Green looks like it's a little bit more important, but I don't think it's actually that much more important, because so many of these I can turn face down if I don't have green mana. So I think we're going to run the 9-9 split here, which is kind of weird. I'd much rather be in a deck where I'm running like 10-7, just because normally that means I'm straining less cards in hand if I don't have the off, or the, 7. But 9-9, not the worst thing ever. Yeah, let's see if this deck can do cute things. Doesn't look amazing. It doesn't look like a 3-0 deck to me. It looks like a 2-1 deck if I can play well. But hey, you never know. This deck, I mean, if our opponent stumbles, I think we punish them fairly well. And that is worth something. Alright, I'll see you guys in round 1. Bye-bye.